So you see a stock you like. You open up your trading app, you tap buy, and just seconds later, you're an owner. It feels totally instant, right? But what actually happens in that moment? What secret journey does your order take before that stock is yours? Well, let's follow that tap and trace the trade. You know, it seems so incredibly simple. Just one little tap. But that single action kicks off this lightning-fast chain reaction that involves some of the most powerful institutions in finance. So when you tap buy, where does your order really go? Let's find out.
Okay, everything begins right here on your trading platform. And this isn't just an app. You should think of it as your personal command center. It's the window that lets you, as an individual, look directly into the huge, bustling world of the stock market.
Now, the first thing you're probably going to see is a market watch. This is basically your personalized dashboard, right? It's a list of all the stocks you want to keep an eye on. You can add anything from big names like Reliance to automotive giants like Bajaj Auto and just watch their prices move in real time. Then you've got the Holdings tab. Now this is your treasure chest. This is where you see all the stocks you actually own for the long haul. And these aren't just numbers on a screen. They're held securely in your name in a special electronic account called a demat account. It's your digital proof of ownership.
And what's really cool is how these platforms help you see what you own. Many have these back-office tools that can break down your whole portfolio into a simple chart, just like this one. Instantly, you can see, okay, I'm 40% in IT and 20% in automotive. It's such a powerful way to understand how your money's spread out, just at a glance.
All right, you've done your research, you've picked your stock, and you're ready to buy. But hold on, because before your order even starts its journey, you have to make a pretty critical choice right at the beginning. Before you buy, here's something fascinating you can look at. It's called market depth. This is a live, real-time list of all the buy orders, which are called bids, and all the sell orders, called asks, from every other investor out there. This is the market in action, pure supply and demand, setting the price literally second by second. So, here's the choice. How do you want to buy? With a market order, you're basically saying, I want this stock right now at whatever the best price is. Your order gets filled almost instantly. But with a limit order, you're being more specific. You're saying, hey, I only want to buy this stock if its price drops to, let's say, 100 rupees. Your order will just sit there and only execute if and when it hits your target price. So you've placed your order. Awesome. But you can't just send it directly to the stock exchange yourself. Nope. Your order is first picked up by a very, very important intermediary, your stockbroker. So, what is a stockbroker? Well, they're a licensed member of the stock exchange. They are the official gateway connecting millions of individual investors, like us, to that central marketplace. The app you use, that's provided by your broker. And it's their job to take your order and route it correctly and safely to the exchange. From your broker system, your order is now zapped out into the grand marketplace. It's heading for the main event, the very heart of the financial world, the stock exchange. The stock exchange, think of the NSE or BSE in India, is essentially a massive, super fast, high-tech matching engine. Its one and only job is to take every single buy order and find its perfect sell order counterpart. The moment your order to buy 10 shares meets a sell order for 10 shares at the exact same price, bam, a trade is executed. That match is what creates the market price.
Your trade is matched. You'd think the journey's over, but it's not. In fact, some of the most important work happens right now, behind the scenes, handled by a backstage crew that makes sure everything goes off without a hitch.
First up, you've got the clearing corporation. Think of this entity as the ultimate guarantor, the ultimate bodyguard for your trade. It steps into the middle of every single transaction and makes a simple promise. The buyer will get their shares, and the seller will get their money, no matter what. This removes the risk of someone backing out, and without that, the whole system just wouldn't work.
Okay, so once the trade is cleared, where do your shares actually live? Well, they're sent to a depository, like NSDL or CDSL. The best way to picture this is as a high-security digital vault or a locker. It holds your shares safely in an electronic form under your name. Dematerialized just means there's no paper certificate. It's all digital, secure, and super fast.
Now, this whole backstage process is called settlement, and it doesn't happen instantly. In India, it follows what's called a T+2 cycle. That just means the trade day plus 2 business days. So after your trade gets executed, it takes about 2 days for this whole clearing and depository process to finish up before the shares officially pop up in your holdings tab.
So, you might be wondering,
who makes sure all these powerful players, the brokers, the exchange, the clearing corporations, are actually playing by the rules and protecting you, the investor? Well, that brings us to the final and maybe the most important piece of the whole puzzle, the ultimate rule maker. In India, that is SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Think of SEBI as the market's chief referee. It sets all the rules for the entire game, it conducts audits, and it makes sure the system is fair, transparent, and, most importantly, that the interests of individual investors like you are always protected.
And there you have it. That's the complete ecosystem. It starts with you, the investor. You go through your broker, which is the gateway, to the stock exchange, the marketplace. The trade is guaranteed by the clearing corporation, the guarantor, and the shares are stored in the depository, the vault. And all of it is watched over by the regulator, SEBI. It's a truly remarkable financial machine.
So from a simple tap on your phone to this complex, regulated, and incredibly secure system of institutions all working together perfectly, this entire financial infrastructure was built to give you access to the markets. So the final question isn't really about how it works, but what you will choose to build with it.